journey starting Happy Carrot is quite a long one, so I'll give you in a nutshell, really. I started formulating, I can't remember how many years ago, basically because I wanted to reduce my waste. I didn't like kind of the ingredients, type of products that I was buying. So I decided to start formulating myself. It was after I watched a documentary about kind of what we're doing to the planet, and I was shocked by it. So then I was kind of happily formulating, and I set up some skincare workshops. I had no intention of starting my own brand. That was the last thing I wanted to do. And then I had some real skin problems. So I have really combination skin. And I came out with hormonal acne. It was awful. It was all over here, around my mouth, around my neck. And just kind of really greasy forehead, really dry patches, and the acne and the scarring. And so I'd been working on this balm, this facial balm, and it was something that I wanted to reduce the amount of products I was using. And so I started using this balm, which had carrot extract in it. Then I was using it, and I really noticed a difference. And I noticed that by cutting out all the other 100 ingredients that I had been using, and because I'm formulating, I'm always experimenting with things on my own skin, and it just got a disaster, basically. So by using this balm, I really cleared up my skin in just a few months. And I got to the point where I thought, this is so good. This is so good. I have to share it. And because I had carrots on the brain, because it's got carrot extract in it, literally 5 o'clock one morning, I went, Happy Carrot. And I had this aha moment. And I literally, as soon as I got up that morning, I was itching to get out of bed when, at a reasonable time. I found the web domain. I set up an Instagram account, and it was like, right, that's my journey. And I had to do it. And I love it. How has it gone? Well, I set up the brand 3 years ago, and it's been an absolute roller coaster ride. Depending on the day that you catch me, today I'm feeling positive, so I'm going to share the joy in that. But there are days where I just want to crawl into a cave and cry and give it all up. There have been a lot of challenges on the way. Obviously, the obvious ones like COVID means that I haven't been doing markets, and that was kind of how I mostly started growing my customer base and speaking to customers and just enjoying talking to people one-to-one about all of these things. So I really missed that over the last couple of years. And then Brexit, because I actually live in Spain. Everything else is in England. I just run everything from here. I was getting things made here. I don't have my own lab space, so I got things manufactured here in a small friendly lab. And now I can't do that. So I've then had to change everything. So it's over, everything's now made and everything in the UK. So kind of I've changed everything about the way I work. But I think it's working better that way. Obviously, I've lost my EU customers, which is sad, but I think I'm English, and I'm that's where my heart is. So I'm quite happy to focus on the UK, really. I also did a crowdfunding campaign about this time last year, actually, last March, and that was just a crazy ride, really. It was so intense, like emotionally, it was so intense. Oh, it worked. I got it, and I succeeded, and it was amazing. But I don't know if I would do it again, to be honest. So when I'm formulating, I have quite a specific journey, which I don't know if kind of other people do something similar or not. But my focus, because I came from this as a way of avoiding waste, I'm vegan myself, so I need everything to be 100% vegan. And I want simplicity, because that's what really works for my skin, and that's what I found works for other people's skin as well. So I have 10 ingredients maximum, and I really stick to that. And sometimes it's difficult, but I stick to that. And what I do is I work out, right, for this type of product or this type of skin, because my range is for combination skin, like I said. So I work out what are the kind of the fatty acids that I need, what is it that I want in that product. Then I think about what oils or whatever the ingredients are, mostly mine are oil based, which ones are going to provide those. And then I cut it down to work out which ones are upcycled. I focus on upcycled ingredients. They must be from Europe. The only exception is if there's an amazing ingredient from further away, which provides something that I can't get from upcycled ingredients. So in the case of our incredible carrot, it's got an exotic butter from Brazil, muru muru, which is just amazing. And there's no substitute. So I'm sorry that it comes from so far away. But the balance of, I think it's 45% upcycled oils from Europe is it kind of, for me, it provides that balance. So if I can get an upcycled oil from Europe, that goes in there. If it doesn't fit with the benefits from the skin and kind of what I want from that product, well, then I'll allow something else. But it's got to stick to the magic 10 or less if it can. My tagline is happy skin, happy planet. So when I'm formulating, it's just as much about the skin as it is about the planet. And I'm always working at that balance between the two. Sustainability is one of our core 3 values, actually. So it's a really, really important thing for me personally. It's why I went vegan. It's why I started formulating. It's about the ingredients. It's about, are they upcycled? Where do they come from? How far do they travel? Am I wasting anything? Is there a part of the journey that I can reduce waste? It's about the labels. It's about how I send it out. It's very difficult to get this message across to my customers, partly because some of them don't really care, because actually they're more interested in the skin side of things, which is great if it helps your skin, and that's just the happy side effect. And some people are really concerned about sustainability, but my way of doing it doesn't necessarily fit with them. So it's kind of a difficult one, really. So in terms of kind of the process I go through to make things as sustainable as possible, because I don't believe that I can be completely carbon neutral, completely, as good as I would like to be, because I'm a one-woman business. I'm doing what I can, but I don't have the power that a big business would have. So there's some limitations there. But from the envelope that I send it out in, which is paper only, there's no plastic jiffy bag or anything else. There's no additional waste. I don't have boxes for my products. Even on our terrific tomato, the facial oil, it's got a dropper top like the essential oils come in. It doesn't have one of the vials that you take out, because that's extra glass, that's extra waste. And I've just created all my packaging as minimally as possible. The labels are compostable. They've got vegan ink, vegan glue, because that's sustainable as well for me. Not using animal products is a way of being more sustainable as well. So I've gone with the minimal route, and I hate glass. I think glass is one of the least sustainable product packaging possible. I've actually ranted about it a few times on my blog. But I have to use glass for my facial oil because there's nothing else I can use. So what I use for my balms is a recycled plastic. It's 100% recycled, and the large pots are actually made in France. So in terms of their eco footprint, they travel less, they weigh less, the transport costs are less, and the actual making of recycled plastic uses so much less energy. And once plastic is made, it's made. So what are we then going to do with it? So it's great to have another use for it. We're reducing landfill, we're creating something new out of something that unfortunately has been made. So I really feel strongly about that. However, I'm taking a bit of a U-turn. Black plastic is harder to recycle. So although it's already recycled, it's now going to be harder for this to be recycled again. And I've had some customer feedback that they're a bit chunky. They're not the most comfortable. So the next batch of our awesome apricot lip balm is going in a tin. I'm just kind of testing it in a tin and seeing what kind of customer feedback is like. Again, tin is, I've got the ones that don't have any plastic. There's no BPA or anything like that. It's already made. There's enough tin made that we don't need to be making any more. It's light, it's smaller. I'm hoping it's a good substitute, but packaging is like, it takes longer to sort out the packaging than it does the formula of the products for so many brands. For anyone that's thinking of starting their own business, whether it's skincare or something similar, I think you've really got to know what are the reasons why it is that you want to do this, because I think there are so many businesses that are interested in something, or they want to do it because they want to earn money. That's great, but I can't see that 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, if that's your motivation, then it will work. My own experience is that there are so many days where you just want to pack it all in, or you know, you're struggling financially, you're not getting the sales, what's happening, what am I doing? You work all day, every day, you know, you've done your time job, and then you get home and you do your actual job, which is working on your business. And that's the fun bit. But there's only so much of that energy and that time that you can create in life. So yeah, finding out what it is that really makes you want to do it, finding out how it is that you can transmit that to your customers. Because if you just don't have that passion, I don't think you'll be there on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, you know, working on your goals for the week and sending the emails and doing the accounts and all the rest of it. So I think the main thing is finding that motivation. The other thing is getting support along the way. I think, like I was saying before about we're in our own bubble and it's really easy just to know what's going on in our world. It's really important to connect with other people going through something similar. So I'm part of Vegan Business Tribe, which is a group of vegan businesses, and we all really support each other along the way. Because sometimes people in your friends, your circle of family, they don't really know what's going on, because none of my friends or family have got businesses that I can really speak to about it. And it's kind of the unknown, you know. So finding somebody else that's going through something similar is a huge support for me, and it's something that really keeps me going when I'm struggling. So my top beauty tip, I don't think I can just give one. There's too many. So one, sunscreen. Absolutely, sunscreen every single day. I have got sun damage. I live in a sunny place. As much as I put sun cream on now, in my late teens, 20s, didn't really think about it. And now I can see it, and oh my goodness, I wish I could change it and go back in time. So good sunscreen, 50 kind of or 30 minimum every day. Doesn't matter if it's cloudy. Sleep, like I'm a really bad sleeper. I have a lot of problems sleeping, and you can see it. You can really see it. The whole idea of our beauty sleep is so true. And then again, more of a lifestyle tip rather than a skincare tip, but it's about what you're eating, and about, a lot of people have dry skin or dehydrated skin. It's about getting a lot of nutrients from what you're eating. You've got to feed your skin from within. You've got to drink loads of water, and you've also got to eat lots of water. So from, obviously, like I've said, I'm vegan, so I have mostly kind of fruit and vegetable in my diet. And I think from that, we get a lot of water as well. So that's really important. In terms of skincare specifically, simplicity. Simplicity is absolutely key. Our skin just doesn't like being overwhelmed with tons of ingredients, tons of products. The simpler we can keep it, the better. I think then our skin will absorb and benefit from what we are adding to it, rather than struggling to fight against all the stuff we're throwing at it. Where I see Happy Carrot growing in the future, I want it to grow, because it's more of a, I don't know if it's a micro business or a nano business really at the moment. So I could definitely do with it growing. And that's because I want to help people's skin. It's not just because, you know, I want my bank balance to be, you know, supporting this. I genuinely want this to go out to all those different homes, and to have all those people saying back to me, oh yeah, my skin's great and I love this and it's so good for me. So that's what I want. I just want to reach more people, help people with their skin issues. So I would like at some point to be able to grow within the UK, more customers, and also within Europe, if that kind of ever gets sorted out as well. Basically, I want world domination, you know, Happy Carrot, why not? You know, there's no dream too big. But within that, I'm always going to stick to my values. It's always going to be kind of the focus on vegan, cruelty-free, sustainable. That's never going to get in the way of where I am. But I would love to see a little pot of Incredible Carrot or our other skincare superheroes on every bathroom shelf in the country.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe. And why not check out some more videos on our channel.